guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport.
And a big thanks to Brandon Hyundai for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Elantra has been Hyundai's compact car since 1990. The 7th generation Elantra that you see here was released in 2021, facelifted last year for 2024, and for 2025, we get an all-new SEL Sport trim level that you see here, replacing last year's SEL and also available as an SEL Sport Hybrid. The SEL Convenience is now its own trim level for 2025, no longer an optional package on the SEL, and the sporty N-Line finally gets second row console vents. The 2025 Elantra is available in 6 trims, ranging from the $22,000 base SE up to the $34,000 Monster N. Here we have the SEL Sport, which is the new trim level sitting a tick above the base SE with a $23,000 base price. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So again, we had a facelift last year for 2024, so as far as styling upgrades, we're really not going to get a whole lot. The SEL Sport here gets its own specific black contrast compared to the regular SE, and it's noticeable, looks a lot more premium in my opinion, with the black mirror caps, black lip spoiler, and slightly different wheel designs. The front end styling is typical Elantra with the updated style for the Hyundai badge. Beautiful Serenity white pearl metallic paint color. Hopefully you can pick up the sparkles in the Florida sun. We get some outlines for where the front parking sensors would be. I'm not quite sure if these are functional front parking sensors. I'll leave a link right over here to show you if they are, but you do have the dots for where they would be. Pretty solid airflow here too for the naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder, full LED headlamps and LED daytime running lights. I like how Hyundai does that aluminum strip connecting the 2 daytime running lights together, making it look like it's a one-piece LED, and we get functional airflow in both corners. We'll take a step over here to the side, check out the wheel and tire setup, which does look a little bit upgraded here for the Sport trim level. The gunmetal gray and silver contrast. These are 17-inch rims wrapped in Kumho Majesty Solus all-season tires. The dimensions are 225/45 R17s. The 225 should be wide enough to put the power to the ground, and the 45 series sidewall should be beefy enough to keep the ride quality here nice and plush. I like how we get all body color trim for the wheel well area and rocker panel side skirts, making it look a lot more premium, especially for the $23,000 base price point. Not only do we get black contrasted mirror caps, we get all black trim for the window trim, blacked out pillars, subtle contrast with a black button on the door handle. I kind of wish we had full black door handles. I don't know who's using that panic alarm over there, but it's getting really annoying. You gotta find your car at this point, bud. Anyway, I mentioned the mirrors. They also have blind spot monitoring on them. The window sticker for the 2025 Elantra SEL Sport. Hopefully you guys can pause. Take a look at all the standard features. It is loaded for a $23,000 base price point. We get the 8-inch touchscreen, 4.2-inch color TFT cluster display, alloy pedals, and again, pause, take a look at everything else that we do have available. $470 for the Serenity white pearl paint, $210 for the floor mats, $55 for the cargo net, $120 for the cargo tray, $30 for the first aid kit, $80 for the cargo side bins, $11.50 for the inland freight and handling charge, totaling us out at $25,115, which is a really good value considering the options and features and drivability that this vehicle has, while getting 34 combined MPGs, 30 in the city, 39 on the highway. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you the latch is inside. Shark fin style antenna. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. The taillights are not full LED. They're incandescent for the brake lights, turn signals, and the reverse lights. We don't get rear parking sensing either here in the SEL Sport. We still get the aluminum updated Elantra badging with the aluminum Hyundai badge right above it. We get our backup camera and the button to open up the trunk right beneath, and a black deck lid spoiler specific to the SEL Sport. We get our exhaust tip over there in the lower right corner. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, and here she sounds. All right, guys, that was the sound of the naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder sold by Hyundai for the 2025 Elantra. And it sounds okay, cranking at 147 horsepower, 132 pound-feet of torque, Made it to a CVT or IVT, whatever you like to call it, transmission, sending the power to the front wheels. You can expect a 0 to 60 time between the low to mid 8-second range, which doesn't sound the quickest, but for a vehicle under 25,000 bucks for its base price, it's surprisingly peppy, as you'll see when we take it out for a drive, while keeping the fuel economy pretty close to a combined 35 mpgs. What you see is basically what we get. We can take a step back, walk around this 2025 Elantra SEL Sport one more time. And let's take a step inside and see what the interior looks like for a sub $24,000 base price. Again, we get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, blind spot monitoring on the mirrors. Up top, we get hard plastic but some stitched material for the center, 2 speakers on the door panel, and the sound system here is surprisingly good. The armrest is padded, it's not leather but decently soft. Auto one-touch driver window, power windows for the passenger, 4-way adjustable mirrors, plastic door handle, solid storage. You'll fit a 6-inch sub with no problem. No step-in plate, trunk release, and gas cap release. Hopefully you get a good look at the aluminum outline pedals. The seats are just your basic cloth Elantra seats, but they're decently comfortable, solid bolstering. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats with latches. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So as you mentioned earlier, this SEL Sport basically replaces last year's SEL trim level, and as far as the interior, it's basically the exact same thing. You get the leather wrapped steering wheel, solid 10-2 bolstering notch, great 9-3. Hyundai steering wheels have been fantastic for the last 5 to 6 years. We get a 6 o'clock spoke and 2 spokes, so if you're driving with your arm on the armrest, either arm on the armrest, you got a comfortable spot on the steering wheel. The horn area is just hard plastic. The horn itself, pretty loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. Of course, you don't expect dual pane windows, but it's a decently thick single pane of glass. The steering wheel controls, we get volume and skip on the left side, voice commands, AM, FM, Sirius. You can hang up and answer your phone calls with favorites. I like this smoked aluminum trim running all throughout the steering wheel too, making it look a lot more premium. Infotainment adjustments, lane keep assist, and our adjustments for the cruise control. Speaking of infotainment adjustments, right now we're looking at our user settings. You can see all of the adjustments for it. Press one more time, tire pressure. Press it again, advanced safety features, and our trip computer. My personal favorite would be the tire pressure monitor, so we'll leave it there. And a very nice digital gauge display, even for a relatively base trim level. Digital speedo on the left side, tach on the right side, fuel level in the lower left corner, coolant temperature in the lower right corner, traffic sign recognition, gear we're in, fuel level, temperature outside, it's a hot one, and mileage all the way down below. We get the 8-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Definitely not as high-tech as the dual screens you see in Hyundai's higher end in their lineup, but it's still a very functional display, especially with the digital gauge display. It gives you everything you could possibly want or need. With a pretty solid bass sound system too. We get a center speaker that's pretty large bass speakers, and tweeters for both of the front doors. Wouldn't be expected for a bass system. You'll be impressed if you don't want to go for the upgraded Bose system, which of course is a big upgrade. Anyway, what we see is basically what we get. You can check out the menu. There's not going to be a whole lot to really see. Phone projection, voice memo, radio, media, quiet mode, user manual, and the setup. Since we don't have navigation, I'll just personally leave it in the home screen, and we'll leave it there. We get some hard plastic beneath it, air vents, which run all the way throughout with a nice Civic style design. I'm pretty sure Hyundai did this design first before Honda for their new updated Civic, but either way, I still think it looks pretty premium without any type of shiny chrome. Hazards in the center, engine start stop, dual zone automatic front climate control, air vent controls in the center, recirculation defrosters, 12 volt down below to 180 watt, USB-A and C port with a wireless phone charger down below. Drive mode selector, or drive modes include normal, sport, and smart. We'll start the review off in normal, try out sport and just see what the differences are, maybe check out smart for a brief moment. We can check out our backup camera with the click of a button too. Guidance lines and trajectory, the gear selector controlling our CVT, IVT transmission. You can also check out your backup camera with guidance lines and trajectory. Cool, you see different views. We get an over-the-top view, so if you're in the city trying to maximize the distance between you and the car behind you, you press this screen on the camera icon and you can really maximize your distance. Manual shift controls on the gear selector to upshift and downshift in the improper directions. No paddle shifters, but for a sub 150 horsepower vehicle, it wouldn't really be needed. Since 2021, this new generation, 7th generation Elantra has had this barricade for the front seat passenger. It may get in the way of certain activities, but for the most part, it shouldn't get in the way for most drivers, and it allows the passenger to have an extra grab handle if need be. We get an actual parking brake here too, so if you're in New Jersey, this is driver test approved. I'm not sure if New Jersey still requires it. Let me know in the comment section if you just took your driver's test in New Jersey. But when I took my driver's test, they did require it. We have cup holders with these inserts for smaller bottles. You'll fit 2 24-ounce bottles and a 12-ounce a little bit more comfortably with that insert. The armrest is pretty soft injection molded plastic. It's not leather. You'll fit 5 or 6 12-ounce cans in there with no problem. The glove box, it is not damped or lined with felt, but decently spacious. You'll fit 20 license plates, basically a frameless rear view mirror. It's not auto dimming. You got to pull this flappy thing to dim it. The interior lights are LED, or they at least appear to be so. You can turn off all the lights with the click of a button. No moonroof. You get your grab panels, the rear light. That's really about it though for the front seat of this all new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. Let's hop out back. If I didn't mention, actually, interior brightness, traction control, and our fuse box, hood latch release, and a pretty large dead pedal too. But taking a step out back, you can see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, just hard plastic. The center is actually padded with some leather trim. I kind of wish they added that for the bottom portion. Instead of the center, the bottom portion is just hard plastic, power window, plastic door handle, and an additional one of our bass speakers. You have a pretty large storage compartment. You'll easily fit a 6-inch sub or a big gulp. The rear seats, the padding goes all the way out to the door frame, so very couch-like, and very solid legroom for this SEL Sport compact sedan. So at 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room, headroom, about an inch. So if you're under 6'3", 6'4", you shouldn't have any issue sitting behind your seat settings in the 2025 Elantra. And for a compact sedan, that says a lot. We mentioned the 2025 N-Line gets center console air vents. We'll check that out in our N-Line review, but the SEL Sport does not get them. 2 USB-C ports, no mat pockets behind either of the front seats, and no center cubby armrest. The second row light is also LED, just like up front. We get a hook for the driver's side grab handle, no hook for the passenger side. That's about it though, guys, for the second row seat. Decently spacious. You'll easily fit 5 full-size adults back there, assuming they're under 6'4", 6'5". Again, I really like this black deck-lit spoiler back here. The trunk release, you can just press this button and it shoots open slightly, hydraulically though, not electrically, so it will not go back down. The trunk is solidly spacious. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much space is back here. The hinges are not covered, so make sure you don't load anything up in the corners higher than this level or it will get crushed. The second row seats cut out a lot, and the wheel wells don't protrude too badly, so I'd expect you to shove a 65-inch TV back here with no problem. Let me know in the comments section if you own an Elantra, if you found a way to fit an even bigger TV back here than that. The cargo net, secret storage, you'll see what we got underneath, just our spare tire with a little bit of secret stuff, space underneath. We get the cubbies in the corners, perfect for grocery bags so they're not flying around, and the latches to fold the seats down 60-40 in each corner. We can shut this trunk right down, walk around this 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport one more time. And yes, this is a really good looking vehicle, well loaded when it comes to features, and under $25,000 after destination and after almost $1,000 of, let me say, just about useless options and features. You can get all those cargo nets, floor mats, aftermarket for significantly cheaper. With a $23,000 base price, I don't know if you're going to find a more loaded and better looking compact sedan out on the road today. Performance wise, let's take this 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport out for a drive and see what it's got. All right guys, now just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. Starting off in normal mode, the CVT here is really smooth. You barely even hear the engine working. Almost sounds like an electric vehicle at slow speeds. That's how quiet it really is. Brakes feel good. Steering feel is light but responsive. It gives you a good amount of feel without giving you too much artificial weight. Over the speed bump, good ride quality. Yeah, steering feels good. Private road on the gas. Ooh. Yeah guys, this thing's got a little bit of pickup to it. I can see 0 to 60 happening in around 8 seconds, throwing it in faster than we should. Good, limited body roll on the gas. Yeah guys, really not bad. It's not a sports car, of course. If you want something a little bit sportier, check out the N. Will definitely be more so what you're looking for, or at least the N-Line. somewhere in between this and the N. Good throttle response though in normal mode. Let's try it out in sport. See if anything changes up. Yeah, the steering gets a little bit heavier. Brakes feel about the same. Throttle response, let's see, about half throttle. About the same. It lets you rev a little bit higher in sport. Ride quality is really good. Throwing it in faster than we should. Woo! Good ride quality, good composure, good handling. Overall, guys, this is a decently sporty little platform. 23,000 bucks. It's nimble. It's decently quick, not fast, but decently quick. Let's try one out off the line. Sport mode, off the line, on the gas. Okay, response and snappy artificial shifts. Brakes feel good. Throwing it in. A little bit of understeer, but nothing that's not manageable. We don't have to beat it up a whole lot further. We'll take it out of sport mode. Try it out in smart. Not bad. Over the speed bumps. Yeah, smart really numbs the throttle down. This is like a third throttle. We're barely even going over 2,000 RPM. But that's where you're going to average your 34 mpgs, maybe even 35. Speed bump. You hear it a little bit, but the ride quality with these 45 series sidewalls is really good in the Elantra. No worse than the Civic, and I think noticeably better than the Corolla we just recently reviewed on this channel. Great composure, and the leather-wrapped steering wheel just makes this car feel a lot more expensive. Taking a step out here in smart mode, yeah, way less sensitive throttle, but it's sensitive enough. I mean, for daily driving, you get to speed quickly, and it's a very quiet process at that. Even on concrete pavement, listen, they did a wonderful job with the vehicle's isolation, bumps. This does not feel like a $23,000 car. This feels like the kind of car that you can maybe get away with a $26,000, $27,000 price tag, which after destination it does have, but before destination is what I'm talking about. We can take it out of smart mode, finish it off in normal. Probably the mode where 90% of people will be driving at a regular basis. The other 10, I guess, would be driving in smart. I don't think anybody would be driving in sport mode in this car on a daily basis. But normal mode gives you a little bit more sensitivity through the throttle. Steering feels about the same. Ride quality doesn't change. We can open her up a little bit for real here on this multiple lane highway as soon as we get the chance. Looks like we have the chance on the gas. Yeah, it won't blow you away when it comes to speed, but you look down and you're well above the speed limit, borderline ready to get into some trouble. So it's definitely quick enough for a public road. Can't complain. Try out this lane keep assist system. Hyundai does probably the best job in the business. You'll see even through this turn. Promise you my hands are not on the wheel right now. And through this turn, the vehicle will completely guide me. I have full 100% confidence in this vehicle's lane keep assist system. I cannot say that about just about any other manufacturer. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a pretty premium way into a sub $25,000 car, I don't know if you're going to find something better than what you have here. At the $23,000 base price point, I don't think you're, wow, nice. At the $23,000 base price point, I don't really think you're going to find any particularly loaded, fast, anything super special. But this vehicle at $23,000 looks good. It drives really nice. It does 0 to 60 in the low to mid 8-second range. It's got nice features inside and out, an okay sound system, enough room to seat 5 full-size adults. And again, at the price point, at $23,000 for the base price, $25,000 after destination and options, I mean, you're really not going to get a whole lot better than what we have here. With this new SEL Sport package, you're even adding on to the looks of the base SE. Get the leather-wrapped steering wheel, which from the competition, Toyota, Honda, you're not getting that for less than $30,000. If you're looking for the best materials, the most space, and the nicest looks under $25,000, I really don't think you're gonna beat what you're having here. And a big thanks to Lindsay and Gabriel at Brandon Hyundai in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and as for Gabriel. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.